This is DRF Race of the Day.
The race of the day for Sunday at Santa Anita is the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes, 3-year-olds going 7 furlongs. And if you're a fan of fast horses, you have to be looking forward to the Malibu Stakes. If you're a gambler, maybe this is a race just to buy some popcorn and take a look at a fast horse, because I don't think there's a whole lot of wagering value in this year's Malibu, unless you have a negative opinion on the favorite, which I don't. And he is potentially something special. His name is Flightline, and he'll be heavily favored to win the Malibu Stakes. He's only started twice, Flightline has. He's fast. He earned a 114 Beyer speed figure last time out, a 105 in his career debut, and he's going to be trying to do something that has never been done. Win the Grade 1 Malibu in the third start of his career. No horse has ever done that, but very few horses are as fast as Flightline. There are 3 principals in this race. Flightline, 2 for 2. Dr. Schreibel, a Grade 1 sprint winner who lost by a nose in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, and Triple Tap, who also is 2 for 2, a son of Tappet. And the more I look at Triple Tap, the less impressed I am, but he is a contender in the Malibu Stakes. Okay, what about Flightline? Here's an interesting tidbit. 7 of the last 10 Malibu winners came out of a Breeders' Cup race. And during that time, there was only 15 horses going into the Malibu from a Breeders' Cup race. So Flightline is giving away seasoning, unproven at the top class, in a race that has largely been dominated by horses coming out of the Breeders' Cup, being the Breeders' Cup Classic or the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile or the Breeders' Cup Sprint. So Flightline is bucking some recent history, but one thing he's not bucking is the mere fact that he is one fast son of a gun. In fact, since 2010, Flightline is the fastest sprinter in Southern California. Let's take a look at the fastest Beyer speed figures earned in California sprints since 2010. Flightline's 114 last time out in an allowance race at Del Mar. There was McLean's Music back in 2011. That was his career debut, and he never ran again. Matoli got a 112 in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. So did Roy H. Points off the bench, masochistic. Chancelot earned a 110, finishing second behind Matoli. So the 7 fastest sprints in California since 2010. And who's up at the top of the list? Well, none other than the favorite for this year's Malibu Stakes. Flightline is a son of Tappet, and he is the real McCoy, I do believe. He also happens to be the controlling speed in a relatively small field. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Malibu Stakes. It's race number 10, and Flightline is 4 to 5 on the morning line. I would not be surprised if he goes lower than that. He's the only true front runner in the field. Not that Dr. Schreibel is a stone closer, but he's not as quick as Flightline. Flightline figures to make the lead, and he figures to be gone, but Dr. Schreibel is more accomplished at this stage of his career than Flightline is. Dr. Schreibel is a Grade 1 winner, lost by a nose in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, and then there's Triple Tap on the outside, listed as the 5-1 third choice on the morning line. So let's take a look at, or talk more about the 3 principals, Flightline, Dr. Schreibel, and we'll start off with Triple Tap. Triple Tap is a son of Tappet. He also is a sibling to Triple Crown winner American Pharaoh. And Triple Tap won his career debut, and then he came back in an allowance race this fall at Del Mar. And let's take a look at the comeback of Triple Tap. The race set up perfectly for him. He swept by on the outside, and he won going away by open lengths with a good number, a good solid 97 Beyer speed figure. This is an impressive race, an impressive performance under ideal conditions. The pace was fast. He sat back, he looped the field, and he won clear. He is trained okay for his ascension into graded stakes company, but I'm not sure how strong that field was that he defeated. The horse that he ran past was his stablemate Sumo. Sumo came back to lay an egg in his next start. The fourth place finisher, Vittorio, did come back to win, but there wasn't a whole lot behind Triple Tap, and he benefited from a severe pace that he may or may not get in this year's La Brea. So I respect Triple Tap. He's in top form. Here's another interesting, at least I think, interesting tidbit regarding Triple Tap. 1 week ago, he worked in company with an unraced colt by the name of Shaw's. Shaw's and Triple Tap, they earned the same final time in that 6 furlong workout, but Shaw's basically toyed with Triple Tap. And I bring it up because Shaw's is making his career debut earlier Sunday in race number 4, and I think he's a slam dunk for trainer Bob Baffert. My point is this: Triple Tap appeared to be outworked by a colt that has yet to start. Now, maybe Shaw's is going to be a future graded stakes winner. Who knows? But Triple Tap's workout, even though it earned a bullet distinction, it was not all that great. So I respect him. He's in good form. He's drawn outside. I'm talking about Triple Tap. The second most probable winner of the Malibu Stakes happens to be Dr. Schreibel. Dr. Schreibel is the top sprinter in California. At least he was until Sunday afternoon when he hooks up against Flightline. And last time out, Dr. Schreibel looked like he was on his way to victory in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Let's take a look at the last 2 starts by Dr. Schreibel. One of them was a tough beat in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, and here that's what we're looking at right here. Dr. Schreibel swept on the outside. He made the lead, and Aloha West, coming from out of the clouds, laid a dirty nose beat on Dr. Schreibel, who ran super in defeat. Wow, that is one tough beat if you like Dr. Schreibel. In his previous start, Dr. Schreibel, his right rein broke, and it didn't matter. This is in the Santa Anita Sprint Championship, and he won for fun. This was his prep race going into the Breeders' Cup, and he crushed the field under Flavien Prat. So Flavien Prat, by the way, is the regular rider for Dr. Schreibel, but who does he show up on in the Malibu? Well, he shows up on the horse that most people, including myself, expect to win the race, and that is Flightline. We've already talked about how fast Flightline is in the historical context. Let's take a look at his first 2 starts. He made his career debut in April. He was the favorite, and he won in an absolute gallop with a triple-digit buyer speed figure. This is Flightline. Wow. Destroying maidens, making 4 to 5 look like a gift. And off that highly rated race, John Sadler, his trainer, said, I can't run this horse back that quick. So he gave him some time, brought him back in September. And this time, Flightline did the exact same thing, only he did it a little bit faster this time. A 114 buyer speed figure for Flightline. Pratt is sitting motionless. He's not even letting this horse run. This is Flightline, a very fast, good horse who figures to be loose on the lead in the Malibu. I watched him train last week, and he not only did he work well, but he came off the track and through the Santa Anita paddock. He was on his toes. He was bouncing around. Pratt was aboard. He was all smiles. Sadler was giddy at the workout. It's all systems go for Flightline. Yes, he gives up a seasoning advantage to Dr. Schreibel. But does seasoning really matter when you're going to be loose on the lead? Probably not. I'm not giving away any secrets here because Flightline is the 4 to 5 favorite, and he should be long gone at a short price. Just because I'm stubborn, I'm probably going to also use Dr. Schreibel in horizontal wagers, because if he can possibly defeat Flightline, who's, look, if you want to single the horse, you wouldn't get any argument from me, but I don't think there's such a thing as a slam dunk. He's the most probable winner, yes, but Dr. Schreibel is pretty doggone good himself, and he has enough tactical speed to be forwardly placed chasing Flightline. And if Flightline, for whatever reason, which I don't expect, if he misfires, and he won't, according to how he looks in the morning, he'll be long gone. But if he does, Dr. Schreibel would be in the right spot to pounce. It's the Grade 1 Malibu. It's race number 10, and it's all chalk. Flightline over Dr. Schreibel in the Grade 1 Malibu.